Hey everybody, it's Aaron Allen, Community Manager for Sledgehammer Games, here to talk to you about our latest event for our game, Call of Duty World War II. We saw that Battlefield 5 had a rough go with its portrayal of the Second World War, and with this trailer we said, hold my beer. Not only is face paint customization a thing in our game now too, even though we did it way back in the original Black Ops in 2010. If you thought prosthetic arms are a problem, you're really gonna flip out now that we've brought zombies to multiplayer. But it's okay for those twat waffles masquerading their misogyny as historical accuracy since they're Nazi zombies after all. Attack of the Undead is the new community event, which somehow is getting more love in its trailer than that other FPS game despite it being further away from your history books. Gosh, that's crazy. This event runs from May 29th until June 26th, which cuts right through E3 in middle of June, where everybody will go back to not caring about our game, just like it felt like for me in high school. #forever alone. There's gonna be 3 new, and by new, I mean modes that were in other games, but haven't yet made it to ours, like Infected is back with palette swaps for zombies assets instead of normal soldiers. Horde Point, which is more like Hard Point, plus PvPvE to fight off those zombies along with enemy players, and Relic of the Undead for people that haven't played Halo in years and want to relive the nostalgia of Oddball without getting a DMCA for playing Halo Online like other fellow neckbeards out there. We're also introducing a new map, and by new, I mean something that's already in the game with Groston House, our zombies experience, because we can't actually give away maps for free that haven't been in other Call of Duty games in the past like Carrington and Shipment, or just lifted from other parts of the game like the HQ area. Speaking of, quote, new shit, we're also giving away 7 new weapons, like the Nambu Type 2 SMG, Stinger LMG, PTRS-41, and lever-action sniper rifles, all of which are data mined in PC files more than 6 months ago, but locked behind an invisible wall for whatever reason, along with the Blunderbuss shotgun, which we just swapped in from the files in Advanced Warfare, but kinda looks like me holding my dick in this trailer shot. #feels short, man. Oh, and for those that like to melee in a shooter game, there's a fire axe, which doesn't have fire at all, but makes it sound way cooler, as well as being my favorite weapon to use while LARPing, along with a claymore, which by that, I don't mean the set and forget it mine, but the actual sword, and unlike in Battlefield 5, at least we have a European sword on the Western Front instead of a Japanese one to make it feel somewhat plausible, man. Oh, and these are available for a shitload of credits if you purchase entire collections, which will be phased out in less than a month's time, or if you're lucky/rich enough to get them in supply drops only, which are now even more watered down with new beepity bops to play dress up with in an FPS, because we won't offer them as contracts probably until the Black Ops 4 beta. However, you can actually earn the Tesla weapon, which shoots electricity at zombies in those special modes only, because that weapon is about as historically accurate as my favorite fantasy RPG, as well as other rewards like a custom emblem, weapon charm, with a brand new community challenge that requires players to kill those zombies, both in the regular runaround circles for hours on end at just out of arm's reach mode, and the multiplayer. Now that we've gotten the new stuff out of the way, let's talk about the old stuff that needed updating, like buffing the Airborne Division that went from best to worst after that division's overhaul with a sprint speed increase. We also had to buff some basic trainings since there's 23 of them and most are fairly useless. Launch was buffed to increase the damage of launchers when equipped, and Shifty was buffed to take 3 pistol attachments instead of 2, but Saboteur was nerfed with the S-Mine and Satchel Charge to increase the delay for each because it was more annoying than those jocks that knocked your books out of your hand when walking down the hallway, even though everyone should be running the Armored Division anyways, since it's by far and away the best. There were also updates to the current weapons in the game, since we need at least 2 months to get the balance of those paywalled options correct. The ITRA burst had its fire rate tweaked to line up with the trigger responsiveness because I can't please women with mine, and clearly underestimated how fast people can shoot with them. We buffed the GPMG by cutting reload times in half, since it had less ammo than those people advocating for creationism to be taught alongside alongside evolution in science classes, so there was no reason to use this LMG before with its minimal ammo and terrible reload times, along with nerfing the KAR and MG raise times to make them more in line with other weapons of its class. Onto weapon attachments, we added the iron sight ability to all sniper rifles. So now, combined with the KAR nerf, there's no reason to prestige the Mountain Division anymore. Oh, and with weapon attachments, just to piss Schwantz off, we've buffed the bayonet charge, tactical knife, and rifle grenade attachments because there's nothing like being panic stabbed or exploded by people that can aim near but not directly on people. Oh, and lastly on attachments, we patched that rapid fire incendiary shells bug for shotguns, which I thought we had fixed with their May 11th update, but I guess it really takes us multiple patches to actually fix things. So, I guess you'll have to continue to wait for the fix on that spectating issue that's really being caused by shitty hardware not being able to load in our assets or having a bomb has been planted on our ammo supply blasting through your ear holes.